Hey, welcome to Shootin' It with Samuel G. I'm Samuel G. You're not. That's probably a good thing for both of us. But what you're about to see might be disturbing to some viewers. So discretion is advised. Turn it off, turn it on, turn it up. We're going forward. We're going right to the high school. And you know what? It's been kind of a goofy week. Spring break. Some people going to Hollywood. Some people going to Dollywood. Some people going wherever to wood. But I will tell you this. The Gritty West swim team's going right to the pool. They had a great week. They've got 3 guys that are really, making a big splash, if you will. We got Brody Lewis, Bryce Ferringer, and Baylor Cobb. The last 2 were kids from Kersey. What did the kids from Kersey learn how to swim? They got a pond out there, but they knew how to swim. They took the talents to Greeley West. Colin Sheahay doing a great job with every kid like he always does. Guy's been around forever. He loves the water. They love the water. Keep an eye on the Greeley West swim team. This may be one of the best boys teams they've had in quite some years. Now, the rest of the spring is just now kind of unfolding, and once we get the rest of the snow melted up, we'll get into some track meets, but, we're going to keep one eye, maybe our left eye, on the Eaton baseball team. I know Sarah Mondragon, we're still going to cover the Eaton baseball team, talk about what Jim Danley's doing, but we're going to cover the Eaton baseball team. It's going to be interesting to see what changes and what doesn't change. Will they win? Will they use some of Danley's concepts? Are the uniforms different? Will they wear those, drug through the gutter, whatever hats? Is some of that going to go by the wayside, or is it going to stick around? Stay with us, and we're going to find out one way or another. Now, let's go up on the hill to my friends over at the University of Northern Colorado. Baseball team struggling. I don't know what they need besides pitching, which you always do. They've got 16 pitchers on the roster. Carl Iwasaki, looking for any angle he can get to get them over the hump. They're struggling. They come back home this week. The softball team today snapped a 10-game losing streak. Got an 8-inning pitching performance by Redcliffe. She's really snapped him out of it. Good story in tomorrow morning's paper in the Tribune on her. She's from Australia. No, she doesn't drink Foster's beer. Not even 21 yet. But pick up the copy of the Tribune and read that. It's a good story on Jamie Redcliffe and the Bears softball team trying to get some progress and some momentum going before they start Big Sky Conference play today. One guy, at Trent Noon at the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships this week in Madison Square Garden, New York City. He went 2 in barbecue. Tough way to end a career, tough way to end a season. But I'm going to tell you what, Troy Nickerson, just give him time, give him a little more scholarships. He's going to be one of those programs that busts in, a small program, into the top 20 before you know it. He was getting a lot of props all weekend on ESPN because he was the face of NCAA wrestling and USA wrestling for many years. Just one of those guys that just oozes respect and gains it. And UNC should feel very, very fortunate they have a guy with that as the face of their program. Now let's talk a little bit about what's happening right now. We got spring break going on. We got spring training baseball going on. Guys quitting teams because their sons can't be in the locker room. Give me a break. Just play the game, okay? Play the game. Take your money. Go home. Whatever. We're also going to talk a little bit about what's called March Madness. Well, in this office, from this little circle that I sit in, it's called March Madness. And tonight it ended with the NCAA Division I National Wrestling Championships. Great show. Great performance by Penn State, winning their 5th title, I think, in 6 years. It's an event that I think has as much following as even bowl games in football. I really do. Kind of exclusive bunch to people that follow and support wrestling. It's March Madness for where I sit. Across the room, we got a knucklehead. It might be March Madness to him, but not to me. And I don't want to hear any more about bracketing. I don't want to hear any more about my team didn't win, my bracket screwed up, the seating was screwed up. Those are the group of people that we're talking right now that we're going to put in our little ending of shut your pie hole and get a life. March Madness is not your life. I got news for you. Shut your pie hole, whoever you are. Quit the basketball madness. Get a life. Get outside in the spring. Take in a breath of fresh air and enjoy the flowers. Smell the coffee. Smell whatever's outside your house. But get a life. Shut your pie hole. We don't want to hear about March Madness, okay? March is almost over anyway. Who cares? You know what? You stick around and we'll stick around. Every time it rains. Pennies from heaven, your fortune's falling, baby, all over the town. I'll see you next week. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down.